Moment of silence. We are sorry. We are back. And we're apologizing the Japanese way. We're bowing here. We're technical difficulties.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
Max Preston, guys.
The Max virus.
Everyone's dying. We wasted.
Terrible thing. Anyway, we're back.
We're back.
We're restarting the show due to
Yep.
serious difficulties. So
Back in
we're
live.
Going all over again,
Back.
but we'll do it.
We're starting from the beginning, but we're going to do it really quick. So
Yes.
today's show, we have MCM London. Just going to do a quick recap of that. Look at some of the cool cosplay we had there. E3 Facebook campaign.
Talk
cool
faster.
stuff. We'll just show it.
Talk faster.
Then we're also going to go through E3. We're going to show you the history of E3 along with the history of MGS and E3.
Yes.
Then show you how we got up to where we are at this point with MGS 5.
Five.
Then we're going to show you what everybody's here for. A nice little sneak peek at the gameplay that we're going to show
Oh.
at E3. All right. So, let's move on. All right, MCM London.
MCM London. First off, what's the MCM London? MCM
Drink that
London
coffee.
Yep. Gotta get back on my feet.
もう写真流して大丈夫です。次の。
All right.
MCM London is Comic Con. MCM London Comic Con.
You don't have a microphone on.
MCM London
Jorge
is
has no
basically
mic.
the
Yeah.
London version of Comic Con.
Actually, its official name is MCM London Comic Con. It's UK's #1 popular cultural show covering film, video games, comics, manga. Has over 70,000 attendees, and we're showing you right there. There was a lot of cosplay, a lot of MGS cosplay. Our colleagues in Europe were there. Our community manager Serena Farmer interacted with all these fans. Some fantastic cosplay you can see there. Thanks for all the fans there showing a lot of love, and yeah, she even managed to get some people to play the air fiddle. Which we'll be showing
we'll
at
show
the
that
very
later.
end.
Yeah, later.
we'll
Yeah,
show that
Later.
We wanna
Right now,
kill that
just
joke,
enjoy. That's the MCM London, the convention center. We hope we can be there sometime. It looks like a really nice place and a lot of love from the fans.
Absolutely.
All
So
right, now
thank you,
moving on.
Breathe. All right. So now we're going to jump into E3. So of course, MGS has a long-running history at E3. We'll show you a quick recap of that. So
That's what
we have a video
Yes.
here for you. Speed run. Speed run.
画像です。Facebook の画像。So this is what we're doing E3 Facebook campaign.
right. Yeah, okay.
Go.
All right. So, I mean, it's pretty self-evident. Just take a look at our E3. Our Facebook campaign leading up to E3. It's the Revenge E3 campaign. We're kind of highlighting the different features that go into Phantom Pain, what makes it
Yes.
special. You know, about the realism, the engine, versatility, etc., etc.
Yeah.
We're trying to make
it's
REV,
self-explanatory.
realism.
Yeah, everyone
engine,
will have a
versatility.
chance. Everyone will have a chance to see what it has been happening so long. If you missed any assets, any features of MGS5, we're going through it as long as we show the features Fox Engine expansive. So go to that Facebook page and like it.
Go to our Facebook page, like it, and we'll be leading up to E3.
Yep.
It's a countdown.
It's a countdown.
Cool
Less than
stuff.
just a couple of days.
So yeah.
E3, baby.
And now E3.
Yep.
All right. So we have a special video here that we prepared for you, kind of recapping E3 and MGS. Leading
And
up
this
to
is pretty
year.
much how far we got last time.
And yeah, this is where we had technical difficulties last time. So hopefully it won't happen again. Our
Fingers
tech guys are
crossed.
saying it won't.
Yeah.
So let's roll the video.
Yep.
はい、ビデオお願いします。
No one is commenting. Dude, なんか全然まあいい
Okay, so E3 and MGS. Here we go. So this is 1998. This is the year MGS1 launched.
Just 3 years after E3 started, 1995 was the first year of E3.
So
and
Look
Yeah,
at
then we
those
had Metal Gear Solid.
clothes, man.
It was back
All
in the
the
day.
Back in the
Look at that.
day.
So yeah, you can see we had a gameplay booth there. Cool stuff. This was, before E3. It was the biggest trade show at that time, but still not as big as it is now.
No.
the
People are
cosplayers-
using PowerPoint for their
Yeah.
presentations.
Paid cosplayers once again because this was the first time we've showed MGS.
People
Up until
didn't
that
know.
point, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 was for the MS, a small platform, wasn't that big outside of Japan. So this is where it really took off, right? Now 2000. This is another big important show because this is where we started showing off Metal Gear Solid 2.
Just for your reference, this show was in 1997 and in 1998 in Atlanta, then 1999 moved back to LA where it started, and 2000 we got MGS2 Sons of Liberty, the trailer. Everyone got trolled there
And
by our
just
boss.
look at this crowd. I mean,
Yeah.
this is
Amazing.
what you have to look at. Like back in the day, this was before the internet was really big. Before people had quick internet connections. So if you wanted to see
Trailers,
quality
you had to go,
trailers
yeah.
and video, you had to be at the show. Right?
Then 2001, this was a big year. This was when Xbox was released. The price also. So Xbox, well, people knew that this next big console from Microsoft was coming. The PlayStation was already in the game.
Yep.
And,
of course,
2001.
Metal Gear Solid 2 coming out.
Coming out.
So you can see people are really excited, right? I mean, you can see on the trailers here some impressions.
I thought it was very incredible. It's totally awesome. The graphics, the detail, the storyline, the music, all comes together to an epic game. I can't wait to play.
They did it in Japanese at
They did.
E3.
They did.
pretty cool.
Back in the day.
Then
yeah.
2003 LA again, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. We were showing this fantastic trailer.
Yeah.
You know, Carl Cooper in the mix, and a lot of people
Cool
were
expressions here.
And also Bokchai. It's kind of overlooked, but also Bokchai was there.
It's definitely a refreshing take on the genre. I think he makes amazing games, and I think it really sets the standard though for cinematic quality in games.
2004, this is the year that Snake Eater came out.
Yep.
And we had a cool booth that year, actually.
Yeah.
It's, you know, we had a jungle theme going on. And I think, you know, Hideo commented on it, but yeah, it was a cool booth, but not exactly efficient because of all this jungle stuff all over the place. We couldn't really have that many play area PlayStations available, but people enjoyed it anyway. So you see here, PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
In 2004, Metal Gear Solid 3.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Other than dying in the first few minutes, it was great. Yeah.
Do you have any message to Mr. Kojima?
Oh, Mr. Kojima, thank you for making the Metal Gear Solid series. That was one awesome game, and I hope you make more. Thank you.
2006.
2006. Now this was big. One interesting thing to note here is that around 2006, this is when things start to change. War has changed. E3 changed. You know, we still have a lot of people coming in, seeing the trailers, you know, camping out to see it. But this is also when the internet started picking up speed, right?
Exactly.
You know, bandwidth started getting wider. So
Well,
people could now see it online as well.
This huge 15-minute trailer. I don't think
Yep.
anyone thought a trailer could be 15 minutes. I don't know if we should call it a trailer when it goes 15 minutes, but people, well, were happy, so that's what counts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your Solid Portable Ops and Bad Net Destiny was also announced. Then we jump into 2009. Metal
What
Gear,
happened in 2009?
Metal Gear
2009.
Arcade, well, Xbox 360. You
Oh.
see Hideo there on stage.
Mr. Matrix.
I believe
This
that
was
Mr.
when we're
Matrix.
actually announcing that we're going to support 360 for the first time. And it was also the year that we announced the original Rising.
Metal
Gear
Gear
Solid
Solid
Rising.
Rising.
In addition to
Metal
Peace
Gear
Walker.
Solid Peace Walker.
Yeah.
There you go, Peace Walker. A lot of
So
people
this
on
is
the
the
stage.
Sony conference here.
Yep.
Previously, what you saw was the Microsoft conference.
Putting a lot of bets on PSP.
This was the Konami conference. Back then, we had these live pre-3 shows,
We stopped that.
which we stopped for.
For
certain
some
reasons.
reasons.
For several reasons.
I have no idea.
This is a pre-3 show, by the way. The Kojima
Ah,
Station
yeah.
pre-3 show, anyway. And yeah, well, Metal Gear
And
Solid
Solid
Rising.
This was before, you know, of course, before Platinum Games.
And rebooted.
Games took over things.
Then we jump right
2012.
into 2012. You know, we had Metal Gear
It's 2 years
Rising
ago.
Revengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I personally
And
was
for-
HD
for people who have never been to
collection
E3, this is kind of what it looks like. You know, when games are nominated for stuff, they stick these badges up on the wall of the booth, so you can see which games are nominated for what.
It's a pretty big year.
This
Metal
is
Gear, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance
Rising
reboot.
booth, yeah.
Son of the Ender Sage edition. You already saw it there.
A lot of work went into this booth, by the way.
Oh
A
Jesus!
lot of work.
It was a nightmare,
Yeah, it
but
was a
in the end,
nightmare.
as you can
Yeah.
see, people liked it, and well, that's what counts. And then last year, what
Last
did we
year.
have there? Is that a logo I'm familiar with, or
Well,
what?
we got some nominations here for Legacy Collection, of course.
Yeah,
Which is cool.
So if
But-
you want to go back to the history of Metal Gear Solid, I still recommend this game. It's
The
really
bigger
good.
news, of course, was Phantom Pain.
Big
Remember that
E3
trailer?
trailer.
Trailer there. So this was last year.
Did we have the red band version in
We did.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
right there in
Yes,
the booth?
yes, that's
That's
actually that's the
awesome.
rhythm version. And the thing is, yeah, there's a certain limit. People underage can't come into the E3 booth, so that's why.
Well,
I
the
was-
other thing too is E3 is not a consumer event.
Yeah,
No.
It's a trade show, so that means industry people come and look at it, but the general public can't get in
Yeah.
unless you're
Sorry,
very
guys.
lucky and manage to
Unless
score a
you're in
badge
the
somewhere if you have
business.
connections. But in theory, it's pretty much a trade show.
But
then
yeah, you
what-
can go watch it on couple of different sides.
Well, the thing here is what happens in, 3-4 days?
Yeah.
Personally, me, Sean, Ludo, we're all gonna be there at E3. So, of course, next
See you
week,
guys there.
no show, but we'll get some footage. Hopefully, we can see some of you guys there. And we have big things prepared. We have a sneak peek into that. Sean will be there personally presenting whatever
We'll be
we present at
presenting.
E3.
So we'll get into that in a little bit.
but first,
I'll just be walking around. The
Yeah,
place.
Ludo will be enjoying. You'll be working. I'll be working.
I won't be working.
You'll be working a little bit outside
Maybe,
of E3.
maybe, yeah.
But yeah, so we got all this stuff coming up. It's going to be big. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We also want to take a moment to look back at how we revealed Metal Gear Solid 5, because it was an interesting journey, I think, getting to this point with all the Joachim Mogren madness.
Joachim Mogren.
Say it again?
Joachim Mogren.
Yes.
Not
That guy.
Joachim or anything. Guys, stop it.
So let's just take a look at that. We also have a video here, just going to show you how we've gotten to this point. じゃあビデオをお願いします。
Jesus Christ, people on YouTube are making tough comments. Anyway,
Alright, so how we got to this point. Now it was unusual the way we revealed this. So, it started off here. We saw 25th anniversary.
This
is when
was
we-
a whole evening
Yeah,
with just
yeah.
bunch of looking back, looking into the future, having special guests coming on, and just like a big fan press show with it was like around
Sure.
2 hours
Yeah, well,
or so.
it was a long evening, but this is where we showed off for the first time some gameplay from Ground Zeroes, saying that we're making this game. And it was a lot of fun, honestly. It was only in Japan, but I think a lot of foreign press managed to get into the show as well.
Exactly.
yeah, we managed to get people from overseas, and also, just the fact that 25th and something new, and then later that
Then-
year at the BGA.
And this is when things start getting crazy.
No big
Because we decided to do something different and reveal our next game, but not really reveal it, right? So we were there at the VGAs. This is where the trailer was unveiled, but we didn't say that it was our trailer, right? Samuel Jackson there. There's Mr. Kojima along with Chris.
Good. I
So
think that's the-
Kojima was just there as one guy
as a
from
guy.
the industry.
Yeah.
And what?
And what is
Oh,
Moby Dick
what is
Studios? This mysterious horror game called Phantom Pain, right? And so there was a lot of buzz, of course, that came out after this. A lot of people were wondering, what is this game? Where does it come from? And it didn't take people very long, honestly.
Yeah,
it
honestly,
was about
after an hour, 30 minutes.
couple hours, less than an hour.
People figured out the logo.
People figured it out.
But honestly, not everyone figured it out. There are all these fan theories,
no.
and it was really fun. Honestly,
yeah.
I mean, personally, we had fun, and for once, I think also people had fun. We were pretty much holding the same channel. We were having fun, and then it's
GDC.
So GDC, this is where we showed off some of, for the first time, some actual gameplay from the Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
It wasn't an open world segment. It was just, a segment in a hospital, showing off some of the graphics. But we had a presentation here. And this is when it was revealed for the first time that the Phantom Pain was officially Metal Gear Solid 5. So, Hideo went up on stage as Joachim
Yeah.
there. And this mask was designed by the guy who did our special effects as well.
Yeah.
So, special effects guy from Hollywood. He's the guy who also did Code Talker's face. And revealed for the first time that Phantom Pain was, in fact,
What?
Metal Gear Solid
What?
5. And
Oh,
everybody
everyone
already
had
knew it.
figured it out.
But
Yeah,
officially
like
we
that.
admitted it.
Yeah, I mean,
Admitted it. We're sorry.
also, and we don't underrate people. We know that they would figure it out, but it was for the sake of fun,
It was a game. Yeah.
And we all had fun.
Yeah.
Little boo.
Did you like it?
Yes. All right. So, we also showed off here at GDC a lot of technology that went into the game. We showed off the Fox engine here, a very in-depth presentation, actually.
Yeah. Very long, in-depth.
Yep, very long and in-depth presentation. We spent all night, the night before, preparing for this. Literally.
Fun memories,
Yeah.
aren't they?
So cool stuff here. Of course, most people probably have no idea what's going on in here. We can't tell you what's going on, but you can see the graphics. Give you a little sneak peek there.
Okay, so E3's trailer last year, obviously it was kind of a big thing as well.
Again, this all ties into what we are doing this year.
Yep.
Yep.
And so you can see, not as much crowd there because obviously, people can now see it online, which means not as many people line up for the trailers. But, that said, it's a big event. And I think that's why I think E3 is all about gameplay.
Exactly.
And so, this year, what we're going to do for E3
What is going to
is
happen?
focus more on gameplay.
And obviously, a couple of months ago, we had Ground Zeroes
Yep.
released, and hopefully all you guys out there have played it already, and you're looking forward to
This
some
is-
more Phantom Pain.
This was some images when Ground Zeroes was released. Mr. Kojima was at that point in Europe,
yeah.
France. That's all images from France. People being really happy about Ground Zeroes and.
So you were here, right?
Yeah,
at
this is
time,
pretty
so-
much
I
what we
wasn't
talked
here.
Oh, you
about.
weren't at this one.
The
I
first
wasn't here.
episode
You were there
of
before
Kojima
France.
Station.
I was there at UK.
Right.
Micromania, a lot of love. This is in the States. Everywhere, people were happy about Ground Zeroes. Well, I hope that you enjoyed Ground Zeroes because what comes is best is better.
So
Okay.
now you get your revenge on. So yes, people are saying, any news? Yes, there is. So now we're going to look forward to this year's E3. As you saw there, the crowds get smaller and smaller, coming to look at trailers. So we want to bring it back to gameplay. This year, we're going to have gameplay at E3. And to help us out with that, we actually have our gameplay master, who's
What?
going to be officially on the show for the first time.
What?
Jackie Tan, the one and only.
Jackie
Yeah.
Chan. We're so happy he got his visa on
Jackie,
time
You're not-
because
you're not-
yeah, he
Have
was
a
having
seat.
a hard time getting his visa, but he's gonna be
Don't
in LA
step on the
officially.
base.
Whoa, Oh, Jackie,
All right. Get your
grab a
mic.
mic, grab a mic.
Yeah, I got my
Got your mic? Okay. All right, so
That's Mr. Jackie, aka Tan Django, or the other way around.
how do you say your
My
real name?
Okay, it's Tan and Zhang.
Zion.
Yeah.
Zan?
Okay. But
never knew
Jackie, your nickname is Jackie.
Yeah.
We all call him Jackie here in the office.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Tan.
Tan.
Jackie
Yeah,
Tan.
Tan.
My bad.
So Jackie has kind of gotten into the role of being our official gameplay guy in the past
Okay.
year or so.
And people on
People are
Twitch
saying-
love you. People
Yeah.
on YouTube are going hard on you. Whatever. People on
So
YouTube
Jackie,
go hard.
me and you are going to be at E3. We're going to be presenting the game. We have a nice long demo,
Yeah, very long.
which is very hard.
What are you two guys gonna be doing?
So
what are your specific roles?
We're
How
going to
you-
be, so Jackie's going to be on the controls. I'm going to be presenting, so explaining what he's doing, what's going on the screen. So this is by invite only, and we're going to have select press show up, come and take a look at the gameplay, and this is only going to be available at E3. So again, back in the day, a lot of people lined up, came to look at trailers and whatnot because it all spread word of mouth, and we want to recreate that. I guess that feeling, and we're going to have exclusive gameplay only at E3. It's not going to be online, it's only going to be at E3, so press will come, look at it, spread the word. Eventually, maybe it'll end up online, but for the time being, it'll only be at E3. And we've prepared about 30 minutes
30 minutes.
of gameplay. This is ridiculous.
It really
kept
Now-
trying to cut it back.
No, yeah.
cut it, and
Because it's tough on the team, right, to prepare 30 minutes of gameplay to show off, and also, a lot of press. They're very busy. They're running around. Usually these E3 slots are about maybe 15 minutes each. They run from one place to the next. But we're gonna have 30 minutes, and because we really want to give them an in-depth look at the game. It's an open-world game, so we start far away, get into the mission. Want to go through that whole flow. So, Jackie, I think a lot of people don't realize, but what actually goes into preparing 30 minutes of gameplay?
I would say like 10 minutes of perfect performance on stage. You're gonna take over 100 hours of practice off stage. So
100
30
hours.
minutes is
300
not good.
hours.
Yeah.
300.
Yeah.
300 hours.
Maybe,
Jackie.
Have you put in
might be
300?
not enough. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
so-
difficult. Yeah.
And I think people maybe don't understand why. Why does it take that long? Why don't you just play the game? But just playing the game and presenting the game are two
Yeah.
different things, right?
Yeah, it's kind of different. When you play as Snake, it's different. You have to be as Snake. You have to think what Snake thinks. You have to do what Snake do. It's really difficult.
And it's also
And the camera
right.
works.
Camera work, I was gonna say, because
Yeah.
everything that we do is always, we want it to be cinematic, look really great. Of course, in the real game, it's you're controlling the camera, but we still want it to be cinematic when we're presenting it. So of course, we're trying to plan out the best camera angles to show everything to people, and you have to practice to make sure that everything looks right. And for Phantom Pain, that's especially tough because it's all open, right? It's open world. You can come in from any angle. So for today, we're going to show you a little sneak peek at what we got. This is just very
just a
small,
little bit.
very
Yeah,
small.
very small.
1/10 or less of what we're going to show off at E3. But we do have a video here, so we're going to show this to you. This was premiered on
Finally
the
here.
Japanese show
Gameplay.
last night, but we're going to show it to you here again in case you missed it. じゃあ、ゲームプレイの映像お願いします。
Okay.
So here we are. We're starting here. We're paused.
Okay, we're paused. The video is paused. The game is also paused. It's a bit. Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Where you at? Where you at?
What is this? What is this, Jackie?
What?
What's going on, Jackie?
What?
What's this?
Looking out.
Flies.
There's a horse. Don't shoot the horse.
Oh,
I see.
trash can.
Is that cardboard?
Right, so a lot of people mentioned, you know, they wanted more places to hide. Phantom Pain, you have a lot of options. Trash bin being one of them. We're sneaking through here. Oh, and here we are.
There we go.
So
People.
this
ask
is what
for
people
it.
have been
There it
asking
is.
for a long time. They wanted the cardboard box. We have it. But it's not just the cardboard box that everyone's used to. Because Snake can now pop out the top.
Surprise!
Pop out the top.
And there's more actions here
More
as
action.
well. But for today, we're just going to show you this one. And yeah, so Jackie,
Is that Ludo?
No.
what do you think? Was that do you get to kill Ludo in the gameplay?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Too bad. Too bad.
Yeah,
Maybe next
unfortunately.
time.
So some hints here as well. People who are paying attention to the inventory screen might get some hints.
Exactly. Exactly. There's stuff in there. If you guys pause it at the right frame.
And one more.
Not
thing
minding
you
the
can
box.
do. Ignore the box, please.
Surprise, baby.
There we go. So you can hold people up as well.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And that guy will be standing there.
He'll stand there for all eternity. All right.
This guy jumped out of a box.
And that's it.
So
All right,
scary.
so that's it. So, you know, obviously, we're not going to show you too much today because we want to save that for E3.
Yeah.
But, so Jackie, this is your first time at E3. Are you excited?
There's
I'm
something
really
going on
excited.
outside of the screen.
Oh.
Yeah. So at E3, let's move on.
Let's move on. So,
Anyway, well, let's just pretend that doesn't happen. And,
there's a strange man in a box off camera here. So, E3,
Yeah.
excited?
It's gonna be my first time, and I'm really excited about it. And of course, I'm really nervous about it because a lot of pressure and cannot mess up.
can't believe
Have
this.
to prepare for everything. Got a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay,
so-
Oh.
E3 coming up in a few days. And,
This is taking way too long.
Oh, look, here we are.
Here comes the
Oh, what is
WTF
this?
moment of the
Oh no, I don't see it coming. What is this?
Wow.
What is going to happen? Hurry up! Get on with it! Get on!
Get on! People are getting impatient.
Get, dude.
25.
All right.
So yeah, this box was probably made for the 25th anniversy, which was
That it
2
was.
years ago, right?
Yep.
And it stopped right in the middle.
I can't see anything, Captain.
I can see
Can you get out of the way, please?
Get out of the way.
So, well, while we are at it, I'm impressed at the amount of comments Ludo's pants are getting on Twitch. Like, seriously, I try to ignore them, but there are just too many.
Oh! And it's the Max virus. He's here to
The
mess
one
things up
Max
again.
Preston.
It's all his fault. Max, you should apologize.
Hey, it was all your fault, man.
I'm sorry, I was getting some coffee and then I don't know what happened. I think the signals interfered.
The mic.
The
Talk to the mic. Talk to the mic.
The mic? Yeah, I think the signals for my coffee interfered with the IT like stuff that was going on in the waves. Like, you know, like I don't know what's going on here.
All right.
So
that was your daily dose of Max madness.
You need that every once 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You may not need us. We know that, but you need Max.
All right. So anyway, thank you, Jackie, for coming on the
Thank you.
show.
Thanks.
A little sneak peek there.
Yep.
So looking forward to next week. We're gonna have a lot of new things.
Hey, Jackie, just tell people, is it good the stuff that you're showing off? Is it really amazing? Will they really, you know?
It's gonna be awesome.
All right, so look forward to it. I mean, hopefully it will be open at some point, but you'll be reading from the press that gets to try this and gets to see what we're presenting. And regardless, Hideo has already hinted this on his Twitter account, but we'll be presenting a new trailer as well. So a lot of stuff coming, a lot of exciting stuff, and not only, I mean, for Christ's sake, it's a game expo. It's not all, we are bringing definitely the best stuff. That's a given, but also a lot of games, different games, a lot of companies presenting different stuff. So next week should be very, very exciting for those of you who like games, which I'm guessing.
It's big. It's the biggest week of games every year.
Every year, baby. Personally, we're all really hyped about
Christmas for games.
It is.
Yep.
And yeah, so obviously we'll have 30 minutes of gameplay behind closed doors, but we will also have a nice meaty trailer for you as well. It's over 5 minutes. Be looking forward to it. It's actually a very cool trailer. I know Hideo's gone on record. I think he said yesterday that, you know, compared to other big flashy trailers at E3, ours is kind of jimi, which in Japanese is like kind of low key. But honestly, I think it's pretty badass. So be looking forward to that. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And so now I think we did have some comments as well
from the users.
So we're gonna move on to that. I think we should start off with the Gold Truth.
Gold Truth.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, you're going back to this?
We're gonna go back to the Gold Truth. So Gold Truth wrote in, who would win in a fight? Batman versus Big Boss. Explain your reasoning and make it DLC, blah, blah, blah. All right, so Batman versus Big Boss. What do you think? People send in your ideas through YouTube here. Explain why.
Yeah.
In the meantime, what's your take on this, Ludo?
Well, I told you guys earlier, it's been scientifically proven that no one can beat a ninja, and Batman's basically a ninja. So
is he scientifically proven to be a ninja?
I'll have to go check my sources for that one, but the League of Shadows is definitely some kind of ninjutsu, I'd say.
How about Snake? Isn't he a ninja?
That's CQC. That's
I like.
I'm going to say
look, man.
this really depends. I think, you know, and there are a lot of factors that come into play here, right? What equipment can they take? Is it just a fist fight? Does Big Boss have all on the base? We don't know, but I'm going to go with Big Boss. I'm going to play favorites, just because, you know, Batman may have all the equipment, he may have all the offensive skill, but don't underestimate CQC, and I think Big Boss can hold his own. That said, it would be awesome to see Batman in Mother Base.
That would be the most epic thing. I mean, Batman usually, not all the time, but Batman is per se a very stealthy character, so that would be an epic, more than the battle itself. I would love to enjoy how they try to, you know, sneak on each other, try to go behind each other's back, because Batman, I mean, it's usually a lot of
speculating going on right now. Okay.
So anyway, that's a fantastic idea. Next comment, should we go with Zillion? More Max staff history, PS3, PS4 control differences. Hey guys, I'm really loving this show and have learned a lot of wonderful details about MGS5. I have the following questions. 1, more Max Preston or other programmers? Well, you just
had
Max there.
That's not a question.
Yeah, that was suggestion. Sorry, my bad. So you just had Max Preston. That was well, you don't need any more, I'm sure. It's interesting that the hosts of Kojima Station are from various countries and speak multiple languages. It would be interesting to hear more about you and why your experience have been moving to a different country and working in an environment where you speak a foreign language. We might do that in the future. Simply speaking, here we have 4 people, and all 4 of us have different nationalities. I'm Mexican. Sean is Hawaiian.
Yes.
That's a nationality,
Hawaiian.
by the way.
It is.
Jackie.
China. And yeah, I'm from Sweden. So
and we have others. We have people from Argentina and
it's
from
a very
UK.
colorful
So
staff.
we might do that sometime in the future. That would be interesting.
Good idea.
And following on Zillion, just curious, but why did the L2 R2 and L1 R1 switch between the PS3 and PS4 versions? Keep up the good work. I'm very excited for E3 to see the new Phantom Pain trailer that Kojima has been working on.
Okay, so definitely look forward
those
to the trailer.
buttons.
For the buttons, this was a control issue. You know, the triggers are different on PS4 and PS3, and I think, you know, trigger on PS4 actually feels really good. That's why we want to put it back to triggers on PS4.
Yeah.
We swapped the buttons around, but for PS3, we didn't really like the way the responsiveness felt on PS3 for shooting with the triggers. And I know a lot of other game studios do it.
Triggers.
But that said, and also people are kind of used to the control scheme from Metal Gear Solid 4, etc.
Yeah.
So we stuck with it. That said, I know we did get a lot of comments about the control scheme and people asking maybe for more key configuration options, button config options. So we're definitely going to look into that for Phantom Pain, and a lot of new things as well. So, a while back, people sent in their ideas, their feedback for Ground Zeroes. The cardboard box was one of them. The knocking was another thing. So all those things are being addressed. You just saw the cardboard box knocking. We do have something planned. Look forward to that, maybe at E3. So, yeah, we're listening to you. Keep the comments coming. We are looking at them. As far as getting Max Preston on the show, as you can see, he comes on the show whether we want to or not. But programmers, I think we should get more programmers on the show. We can have some interesting conversations there, as well as more level designers, etc. Jackie's actually on the level design team, as well as Jordan, who we've seen previously. So we'll get more guys coming in. We've got artists and other people as well. So definitely good comment, and we'll try to get that in on future shows. We'll also try and get Stephanie more on the show as well. I know there was some mix-up. People, we tried to get her on this show. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it this time, but in the future, we'll try to get that happening. So, good comment. All right.
All right, and I think that we can wrap it up.
Is that it? All right.
Yep.
So, thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone, for watching.
And
just
sorry
enjoy.
for the technical difficulties.
Yeah, we really apologize
We
for
will
that.
improve on that in the future. In the meantime, E3 is going to be big. Look forward to that next week. We won't have any show next week, but there'll be a lot of coverage coming out of E3. You may see some of us maybe on IGN, GameSpot, Spike, who knows where. But we're going to have a lot of information coming out of E3, so look forward to that.
Send your feedback and comments to.
In the meantime,
While we're there, there's the address. That's where I picked your comments. We also keep a constant eye on YouTube, on Twitch.
one other thing I just want to say before we leave, we're sneak through the base, approach the enemy territory, kind of similar to what we want to do with Phantom Pain, but of course we didn't have the ability to make it as open, so it was mostly a linear experience, as you can see there.
Yeah.
But pretty good, not bad for the day. Metal Gear Solid 4, this is actually pretty big. You can see Metal Gear Solid 4, you were traveling all over the world. You were in the Middle East, you were in Europe, you're all over the place. Pretty big. This is a pretty big accomplishment for the studio, I think. It took a lot of time to make, a lot of manpower. But even then, dwarfed here by what you can see in the Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
Then Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, again, pretty
PSP,
big,
so,
pretty
but,
big.
yeah.
PSP though, I mean, for PSP, this is pretty big. But mostly, again, mostly linear mission-based. So you can see here, it may be hard to see too, but this line here, this is just kind of like a box over like a sky shadow box. So this map continues on into the distance. But yeah, so you can see that here. Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes, there in the corner again.
So that's
fairly small.
the map right there. It's
that's all
probably
Ground
the
Zeroes.
easiest one to actually grasp.
Yep. So that's the most recent.
What the thing means.
Now, and if we zoom out, you can see this goes all the way back up, way back here. The sky blurring it out because we don't want to show the whole map.
Yeah.
But you can see, obviously, it's huge. People may be wondering, well, if the map is that big, how do you tell a story with that?
I don't
actually
know.
tuned.
I don't know.
We're experimenting with things, and it's more. If you think of it, if you look at past Metal Gears, it's kind of like a linear movie experience. This is more like a TV episode kind of experience, where scattered throughout this map, you have various episodes, various missions that you can encounter, and you create your own story as you go through these various missions in whatever order you please, and these get all strung together to create the main story. So that's the concept. We're going to show more of this at E3. You'll be looking forward to this. Just a preview here. So next week, E3. Look forward to it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right.
Bye-bye.
And to close,
See you at E3.
go
America.
with air fiddles.
First time.
We will. Okay, so to close, here are some air fiddles. Air fiddles from the European Comic-Con event. So let's just end it on that.
Yeah.
Air fiddles. Here we go. See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye. Adios. like a dumb fiddle!